Guys, now please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, am I audible, guys? Now please respond to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, am I audible? Yeah. Right, sir. Now, and just 1 minute, guys. Okay, 1 minute. Right, sir. Now the topic is what the language fundamentals. Observe carefully. Simple topic. Guys, now I'm giving clarity on it. Those who are new members today, maybe on a Friday, I've taken one demo class. I've taken one demo class on Friday. I've taken one demo class, and now today, some members are new members. Some members are new members. Okay, then for you, I'm giving clarity. Right, sir. Now for you, I'm giving clarity. Right, now observe carefully. Uh, for new members, I'm telling their introduction part is one topic. Then the next one is what the steps to prepare Java applications or first Java applications. So this is another topic. These two topics I will take later on, guys. Then a few days, after a few days of time, I'm going to take these two topics. No, for some of you already completed, no need to worry for them. For new members, I'm telling there, as might be Friday, I've taken one demo class, and today is a second class. For them, I'm telling there, these two topics I will cover then very soon. Might be, after a few days of time, I will cover these two concepts. No, don't worry for it. Okay, all right, sir. Uh, Next one is what now? Today I'm going to start what the language fundamentals topic. This is a third topic actually. Easily we can understand. You are not going to get any difficulty by seeing this content here. Okay, right, sir. Now observe carefully. Language fundamentals is a topic. What is the purpose of this language fundamentals? For what purpose here we are discussing about this language fundamentals now? Guys, I'm going to ask one question to all of you. Now try to answer for it. Everybody, try to answer for it. Observe carefully. All of you guys. For example, I want to construct a building. I want to construct a building. Now tell me, to construct a building, what are the various resources we require? What resources we require? Now tell me, all of you. I want to construct a building. That's my requirement. But what resources we require? Now tell me. What resources can we require? Yeah, planning. Okay, fine. bricks, cement, steel, labor. Nice. Material, labor. Okay, fine. All right, sir. Good. So people are giving some water. Okay, good. Nice. Some resources can be required definitely. Okay, fine. Out of all these resources, now tell me, some of the resources may be natural resources, some of the resources may be human-made resources. Am I right? Now tell me, what natural resources we require to construct a building? What exactly the natural resources we require? Now tell me, all of you. I'm asking about natural resources, not human-made resources, not artificial, just natural resources. I'm asking there. Yes, definitely water, sand, nice, sunlight. Okay, sir. Sunlight, water, sand, and a place. That is important. Place, foundation. Okay, clear. Now my question is it possible to construct a building without using natural resources? Is it possible to construct a building without using natural resources? Okay. No, not possible. Not at all possible. It is not at all possible to construct a building without using natural resources. Understand the point here. It is not at all possible to construct a building without using natural resources. Clear? All right, sir. Similarly, everybody put more concentration. Similarly, to prepare Java applications, we need some resources. We need some features, some resources, some building blocks. Out of these building blocks, some building blocks are human made, means that developers created, and some other building blocks must be provided by some other blocks, some other features must be provided by the programming languages which are not created by the developers. Some resources or some features or some topics or some concepts or some syntaxes or some elements which must be provided by the programming languages which are not possible for the developers to create. Understand my point clearly? Here, the programming languages provided building blocks. Programming languages provided features which are not possible for the developers to create. Such type of features are called what their language fundamentals. The type of building blocks are called what their language fundamentals. So that concepts here we are going to understand. All of you observe carefully what I am telling you. To prepare Java applications, to prepare Java applications, we need some features. So we need some elements. Instead of saying that features, some elements from the programming languages, from the Java programming language, which are not possible for the developers, to create. Here the programming languages, here the Java programming language provided, yeah, not only in the case of Java, in every programming language, the same conclusion, same point here I'm telling there. Here the Java programming language provided building blocks are called language fundamentals. They're called as like what? They're language fundamentals. Right, sir. Good. Now this is exactly the meaning of like what? They're language fundamentals than what we are understanding. Guys, no, just 1 minute, guys. Just 1 minute. 1 minute. Wait. 1 minute, guys. I'll talk it. I'll talk with you. 1 minute. Right, sir. Now, guys, now just I have taken 1 minute, guys. 1 minute, guys. Don't worry. Right, sir. Now, clear. So, to prepare Java applications, we need some elements from the programming language Java programming language which are not possible for the developers to create. Here the Java programming language provided building blocks are called what their language fundamentals. Nice, clear. After this, what are the various building blocks which are provided by the programming language, Java programming language? To prepare Java applications, to prepare what the Java applications, Java has provided the following building blocks. What are the various building blocks which are provided by Java? The first one is tokens. The first one is what the tokens, and the second one is data types. Third one is typecasting. Third one is typecasting, and the fourth one is Java statements, and the fifth one is what there arrays. Right. So now these are the various building blocks which are provided by programming languages that we are going to use to prepare the applications. Basics only, completely basic concepts. I'm telling you. Observe carefully. Tokens, data types, typecasting, Java statements, and arrays. Clear. Now let us understand the tokens part here. And one more point I am telling to you. Arrays topic I may not cover immediately in the language fundamentals, part of the language fundamentals. I will cover this arrays topic in the future. In object orientation, I will cover. Why? Because in Java, array is not like normal data type. Array is like what their object. In Java, array is an object. And it has some rules and regulations. Array is an object in Java. So if you want to understand arrays effectively, first we need to have some knowledge on objects. How objects are created, what are the various rules and regulations for object creation and objects. After understanding, after getting some knowledge on object orientation, then only we are able to understand arrays concepts. So I may not cover arrays topic immediately in the language fundamentals. I may cover this arrays topic in future in object orientation. You'll see that. All right, sir. Now let's move on to the tokens part here. So what is token? What exactly the purpose of the token? Guys, any idea? Just I'm asking this question to all of you. Any idea? What is token? Can you tell me? What is token? Tell me. So what is token? Now tell me, guys. Right. Perfect, guys. Now I'm going to give clarity. Now try to understand. Now, before going to understand the token, now just I'm giving one simple definition here, lexeme. Lexeme. After that, I will go for the definition for token. Right. All of you have to carefully. What is lexeme? Right. So now an individual and a logical unit in a Java program is called a lexeme. Right, so this is a lexeme. An individual and a logical unit in a Java program. An individual, come again, no? An individual logical unit in Java program is called as what there is a lexeme. Okay, now observe carefully. Don't worry, I will take an example, I will explain that. Now, what is a token? Token is what? A group of lexemes under a particular, simply saying, the collection of lexemes under a particular group is called token. A collection of lexemes under a particular group is called what? The token. Individual logical unit is a lexeme. Individual logical unit is a lexeme, and the group name of the lexemes. The lexemes are available in different groups now. The group name is nothing but what? The token. The group name is nothing but what? The token. Right, sir. That's perfect. Now let's see an example. Okay, all of you understand it clearly. If we take an example, that instruction like what there, int a is equal to b plus c star d semicolon. If I take this instruction, If I take this sentence section here, how many legumes are available and how many tokens are available, that here we are going to understand. How many legumes and how many tokens are available, here we are going to understand this point here. Now all of you observe carefully. Individual, logical individual units, int comma a comma equal comma b comma plus comma c comma star comma d comma semicolon. All of you observe carefully what I am telling there. All these are individual units, logical individual units. So they are called as like what are the legumes actually. Now observe carefully. Overall, how many legumes are available here? No, 9 legumes are available. Overall 9 legumes. Understand it clearly. Overall 9 legumes are available. Okay, fine. Now I want to go for a categorization over the legumes. Some groups I am going to provide. Some categorizations I am going to provide for the legumes. What categorizations are available here? Now observe carefully, guys. All of you know. Int. This is one category. What is this category actually? Data type. Next one is what there after this? A comma B comma C comma D. All these are like what there? Variables. Or we may call it as like what their identifiers. A comma B comma C comma D. All these are like what their variables or identifiers. Now better to use the word what their variables now. Then in the future I will give the difference between these two also. No need to worry for it. Okay, right, sir. After completion of this point here, equal comma plus comma. Then what next one here? Equal comma plus comma star. All these are like what their operators. Then after that semicolon. Semicolon is also existed here. All of you understand it now. Semicolon is also existed here. Now observe carefully. Semicolon. The semicolon is like what their terminator. This terminator will come under what their special symbol. Special symbol, or we may call it as like what the terminator. No problem. In Java, maximum statements, almost all the statements are terminated with the semicolon only. In Java, almost all the statements are terminated with the semicolon only. Understand it clearly what I am telling you. Almost all the statements are terminated with the semicolon only. Okay. Right, sir. Now observe carefully what I am telling you. Overall, how many tokens are available, sir? Now here, how many types of tokens? Now I'm telling there. 4 categorizations are available here. Overall, 4 types of tokens are available. Overall, how many tokens are available here? No, 4 types of tokens are available. Data types is one category. A, B, C, D is what variables. Equal plus a star are what their operators, and semicolon is what their special symbol or a terminator. These are the 4 types of tokens here we are having. Right, so now this is a simple scenario here we have to understand. Fine. After that, after completion of this point here, after understanding this particular point now observe carefully all of you know. To prepare Java applications, Java has provided to prepare Java applications, Java has provided the following types of tokens. What are the various tokens that Java has provided to prepare Java applications? We are going to understand it. Now the first one is like what there? Identifiers. First one is like what that one? Identifiers. Observe carefully. And the second one is what there? Literals. Third one is keywords or reserved words. And the fourth one is like what there? Operators. Now guys, now observe carefully. First one is what their identifiers. Next one is what their literals. Next one is keywords or reserved words. And the fourth one is like what their operators. Operators. Operators is the next one here. Understand it now? Clear. Now, here we have to understand what is an identifier. What exactly the meaning of identifier? What is an identifier? We have to understand what is an identifier. What is the use of these identifiers? What rules and regulations are available to use these identifiers in our applications? That all we are going to understand. Right, sir? Data types will not come under the tokens. And then the same point I given there, data types, the tokens only. Then data type is what they one type of token. Definitely. No, data type is a separate topic now. Okay, now I'm giving clarity there. Tokens in the sense, basically these are the tokens, but data type. See how I'm going to provide there inter this logical unit. So it's like what there a token, but it's a type is what the data type. That is it's what the it's category is what the data type now. Okay, observe carefully. All data types are tokens only, but how the data types are available is a separate topic. What are the various data types are available? Their importance is what there that we are going to understand inside the data types now. And they are getting what I'm telling there. Okay, individually the data types are come under what the tokens only, but is a separate topic here I'm taking there to understand each and every data type clearly. Right, sir. Now observe carefully. Guys, identifiers. What is an identifier? Okay. Right, sir. Now all of you understand this point here. Everybody observe carefully. Understand it now? We are all attending this session. We are all having some identities. Now tell me, if I want to call you, then how I'm going to call you now? Tell me. I want to call you, right? Then what is the process for me to call? With what I have to call? Everybody guys, now observe carefully. I want to access you, I want to call you. Then how I'm going to call you? By using what I have to call? What is the thing I have to use to call you? Definitely guys, then name is the thing here, right sir? By using name only here, I'm able to recognize and I'm able to access you. By using name only, by using name only, a roll number or name, it's okay, no problem. Name, roll number, forget it. That is our internal content. But name, it is a universal identity for everybody. Now the point, what I'm telling to you. Now here in this case, what's the point here I'm telling to you? Okay, now tell me. In a Java programming, we are going to write number of classes, number of variables, number of methods, number of interfaces, number of abstract classes, and so on and so on and so on. So many programming elements here we are going to write. It's not like one element. It's not like two elements. So many elements here we are going to write. Okay, writing all these elements is okay, no issues now. But how can we recognize all these elements? Of writing all these elements, now how is it possible to recognize all these elements? That's the question here. How is it possible to recognize all the elements, guys? Now tell me. How is it possible to recognize all the elements here? Right, sir. Definitely we need some identity. For each and every element here, we require what there some identity. Then what is that identity actually? What you are able to use that identity? Right, sir. That identity is nothing but name. We need to provide some name for each and every element. For each and every element here, we have to provide what there? Some name. Understand the point clearly? Now, the definition here I'm telling to you. Identifier is a name assigned to the programming elements like variables, methods, classes, abstract classes, interfaces, enums, and so on and so on and so on. Come on, guys. All of you understand it clearly? What is an identifier? Identifier is a name. Identifier is a name assigned to the programming elements like variables, methods, classes, abstract classes, interfaces, enums, and so on. Right, sir. This is exactly the meaning of like what there identifiers. Identifier is a name assigned to the programming elements like variables, methods, classes, abstract classes, interfaces, and so on. Clear? This is an identifier. All right, sir. It's okay. Good. Guys, now I'm asking one more question to all of you. Now try to answer for it. Straightforward question to everybody. It's a funny question at the same time straightforward question. Guys, now tell me how you got your name. Say for example, my name is Nagoor. How I get my name Nagoor? Any procedure for it? Any process for it internally? Right, sir. For example, some of your names are available. Yeah, Gayatri, right? How you got your name? Gayatri. Sai Krishna. How you got your name? Nagarjuna. Everybody. Habib. Everybody. All of you are having our own names, right? How we got our names? What is this question? What is the relation with the Java now? Right, sir. Now just casual I'm asking that. How you got your name? So parents have given that name. How your parents have given that name? Definitely there is a process for it. How your parents have given that name only? Why your parents have not given some other name? Why your parents have given that name only? Now just I'm asking there how your parents have given that name. As a, then we have some naming ceremony on the day that name was provided. No, parents will decide and then do namakarana. They choose the name. Okay. Now I'll give you a process. No, now understand it clearly. I think it's a common thing for everybody. I'm giving that clarity. What our parents, how your parents are giving our name to us actually, listen carefully. When you born, when a baby was born, for example, yeah, it's a unique identity, sir. We can as noun. It's okay, no problem. Now let me explain it. When a baby was born, when you born, your parents might be noted the time of birth and the date of birth. Am I right? Time of birth and the date of birth. Both parents can note. After that, maybe then depending on the religion, might be depending on the might be religious or whatever it may be. So on a particular day, 21 days or 45th date or whatever it may be, they want to conduct some naming ceremony, right? But before that naming ceremony, 1 day or 2 days before naming ceremony, what our parents are doing there, our parents will go to the temple or maybe church or masses or whatever it may be. They'll go to the some temple, for example. In the temple, they might be there is a pandit. No, they'll ask to the pandit, my baby was born on this particular date, on this particular time. Can you suggest the name? With which letter that name must be started? Can you suggest that letter? Like this, they used to ask with that pandit. Then immediately, what that pandit is able to do? He will calculate something on air, right? Numerically, maybe astrologically, maybe he will calculate something in air, and finally, he will suggest, that pandit will suggest to us like, your baby name should start with yes. Your baby name must start with K. Your baby name must start with must be started with N. Like this, he is going to give some suggestion. Then immediately after getting that suggestion, what our parents are doing, they're coming back to the house and they open their system and they open the Google, and where they are going to search good names which are started with N, baby names which are started with baby boy, names which are started with K, baby girl, names which are started with G. Like this, they are searching in the Google. Finally, they are able to identify one particular name and they are able to give that particular name to us. So here the point what I am telling there, how the pundits have given suggestion. Your baby name must be started with K. Your baby name must be started with A. Your baby name must be started with yes. How the pundits have given that suggestion? Do that pundits are following any rules and regulations? Do that pundits are having any calculations internally? Come on, guys. Now you only tell me how that pundits are giving that how that pundits are giving that suggestions to us. Definitely, there are some rules and regulations while giving names to us. There are some rules and regulations that pundits have to follow to provide that names. Am I right or not? Our parents may be, our pundits may be, whoever it may be, they have to follow some rules and regulations. Similarly, to provide identifiers in Java applications, we must follow the below rules and regulations. below rules and regulations. We must have the following rules and regulations. We must use the following rules and regulations. So on flow, we are not going to provide names to the variables and methods and all. If you want to provide names to the variables, methods, classes, and so on, then definitely we have to follow some rules and regulations. Then only we are able to provide names for the elements, programming elements in Java applications. Clear? There's one small question to all of you. All of you are following the concepts, what I am telling you. Simple, in your understandable language, I am giving the total concepts here. Nothing is difficult. Very simple. In a easiest manner, you can understand the content. Clear? Right, sir. Now observe carefully. Perfect. Now, what are the various rules and regulations here we have to follow? Point number 1. Observe carefully. All Java identifiers must not start with a number. All Java identifiers must not start with a number. All Java identifiers must not start with a number. Okay? They must start with an alphabet or underscore symbol or dollar symbol. But the subsequent symbols may be a number, an alphabet, underscore symbol, or dollar symbol. Right, sir. Tell me, guys, all of you now tell me. All Java identifiers must not start with a number. They must start with an alphabet or underscore symbol or dollar symbol, but the subsequent symbols may be a number, an alphabet, underscore symbol, or dollar symbol. Now, examples here I'm telling you. Now, observe carefully. For example, variables I'm going to take now. Int ENO is equal to 111, for example. Int 9 ENO is equal to 999. That's it. Variables. In the point of variables here I'm telling there, but we can apply it for the methods and classes interfaces also. Right, sir. Next one is string underscore ename is equal to Durga. String. Okay. The next one is what there? Float dollar ESL is equal to 22,000.0F. Next one is string EMP 9 number EMP9 ID is equal to DSS-999, for example. Next one is what the string EMP underscore ADDR is equal to Hyderabad. Next one is after this float salin dollars is equal to 35,000.0F. Now guys, now observe carefully. Now here we have to decide which one is valid and which one is invalid here, that we have to decide. That's it. Now which one is valid and which one is invalid, that here we have to understand. Guys, only dollar if you use, that syntax is going to be changed. The meaning is going to be changed. May not be possible to use only dollar. Anudip, understand it clearly. Or else one time try with this, try check now. You may get it clearly, but only dollar if you want to use, it may be different, I think so. Okay, right, sir. Now let me check it. All of you now tell me, guys, then into ENO is equal to 111. Valid or invalid? All of you please respond to me. Valid or invalid? Everybody answer for it. Time to time I am expecting some answers from all of you. Valid or invalid? Yes, valid. That's nice. Now tell me the second one is valid or invalid. As per the rule, I give in that. As per the rule, valid or invalid. Right, sir. Now this is like what I'm telling there, invalid. Why it is invalid, sir? Can you tell me, guys? Then why it is invalid actually? Why it is invalid? No. Starts with a number. Identifier is started with a number. This is an identifier actually. Started with a number. That is the reason why this is what they're invalid. Right, sir. Now next one is valid or invalid. String underscore ename started with underscore symbol. Yes, no problem. Now it is what they're valid. Next one is float dollar ESL, valid or invalid? Float dollar ESL, valid or invalid? No. Yes, of course, started with the dollar, valid, no problem here. EMP9 ID. Now tell me, valid or invalid? 9 I provided in the next one, not as the first one here. In the middle, I provided this one, subsequent symbols. After the first symbol, every symbol is what their subsequent symbol. Right, sir. Now, valid or invalid? Yes, of course, valid, no problem. Number we can use in the middle of the identifier, but it must not be a first symbol. So now this is what they're valid here. Next one is underscore symbol I provide in the middle. As a first symbol, it is allowed no. In the middle also we here we are able to use it. Valid or invalid now? Yes, now it is like what they're valid. Dollar symbol I have used in the middle. Next one. Into sal in dollars. Now here I provided now. Now valid or invalid here? Now this is like what they're valid. Right, so now this is rule number 1. Here what we provided here about these identifiers. How we are going to prepare these identifiers? No, what elements here we are going to provide inside these identifiers? That everything we are understanding. As the first rule is what there. Identifiers must not be started with a number. It may start with an alphabet or underscore symbol or dollar symbol. But in the middle, we are able to use these numbers or maybe underscore symbols or dollar symbols here. Clear. Next one is rule number 2. All of you observe carefully. Identifiers are not allowing spaces in the middle of the identifiers. Identifiers are not allowing spaces in the middle. Right, sir. So for example, I'm telling to you, this is a general mistake what people are doing, sir. People are habituated with English language. In English language, every word to word might be some space here we are going to provide. But in Java programming language, we are not going to provide spaces in the middle of the identifiers. But in general, in the English, we are able to provide spaces in the middle. Okay, because of that reason now, spaces are not allowed in the middle of the identifiers. In term, EMP-NO is equal to 111. In term, EMP space NO is equal to 111. Next one is a string EMP ADDR is equal to hideaway. Now string EMP space ADDR is equal to hideaway. Right, sir. Now if you provide these elements, no. First one is what? What is this first one actually? Valid or invalid, guys? Now first of all, now first one is what they're valid. What about the second one here? No? What about the second one here? Now all of you now tell me. Second one is like what they're invalid. Invalid is the second one. Second one is what they're invalid. What about the third one here? What about the third one here? Third one is what there? Valid. What about the fourth one here? Fourth one is what? Invalid. This is what they're invalid. Right, sir. So this is about what their space is in the middle of the identifiers. Now it's okay, fine. Now point number 3. Everybody put more concentration. Point number 3. Identifiers are not allowing operators. Identifiers are not allowing what their operators. Operators are not allowed inside the identifiers. Okay. Now observe carefully. Int emp no is equal to 111. Int emp plus no is equal to 222. String emp minus name is equal to Durga. Now float emp star sal is equal to 25,000.0f. Then after this, right sir. Now string emp slash addr is equal to like this. If you observe this, all these identifiers, no, all these are like what the first one. What is the status of the first one, sir? Now tell me. First one is what they're valid. The first one is like what they're valid. And the second one, emp plus no. Second one is like what there, it is invalid. Why it is invalid here? No, we have used plus symbol here, we have used there in the middle, so it is not possible here now. Right, so now this is invalid. Next one is what there. Now tell me. Right, so now this is also invalid. Why it is invalid here? Now tell me. Minus symbol here we have used. This is invalid. Okay. Right, sir. Next one is what there. Then after this, emp star sal. Now here this is also like what there, invalid. Invalid. Now string emp slash addr. What about this one? Invalid. All are invalid here except the first one. Except the first one, all are like what they're invalid only. Right, sir. It's okay, fine. So this is about like what there identifies, that rule number 3. Right now, operators are not allowed inside the identifiers. It's okay, fine. Next one is after this. Identifiers are not allowing keywords. Identifiers are not allowing what their keywords. Keywords cannot be the identifier. Okay, observe carefully. Simple example here I'm telling to you. For example, int a is equal to 10. Good, up to now it's okay. Int a is equal to 10. Similarly, int for is a keyword actually. Int for is equal to 10. String break is equal to double quotation ABC. Float return is equal to 20.22f. Right, sir. Now if you observe this one, first one is okay. It's like what they're valid. Why it is valid here? No, a variable a is not a keyword in Java. It is not a keyword in Java. We can understand it clearly. It is not a keyword in Java. Sorry, it is not a keyword. Okay. Now for is a keyword in Java. So, but keywords are not allowed as an identifier. Keywords are not allowed as an identifier. No. So here we are able to get like what that this is invalid. Break is also a keyword, but we must not use that break as what their identifier. So this is like what they're invalid. Next one is return. Return is also a keyword in Java. We are unable to use that return as an identifier. This is like what they're invalid. Right, so now this is rule number 4. Here what we are getting clearly. Now here we are going to understand rule number 5. So what is this rule number 5 actually? What we are understanding there now? Observe carefully. Another one. Identifiers are not allowing special symbols except underscore symbol and dollar symbol. Identifiers are not allowing special symbols. Then after that, what next one can know? Dollar symbol. Underscore symbol and dollar symbols are allowed, but all special symbols are not allowed. Remaining special symbols are not allowed except that means dollar symbol and underscore symbols are allowed. Right, sir. Now observe carefully. String emp dot name is equal to Durga. Next one is float, or else maybe string emp at the rate Hyderabad is equal to Durga. For example, string hash EADDR is equal to Hyderabad. String hash EADDR is equal to what there? Hyderabad. Right, sir. Then after this, after completion of this, string emp hyphen email is equal to durga@dss.com. Sorry, guys. Next one is after that, string emp underscore mobile is equal to 91 hyphen this one. Now, all of you now tell me, what about this first one here? No, valid or invalid here? Tell me, guys, what about the first one here? Valid or invalid? No, this is invalid. What about the second one here? No, is also invalid. Second one is what there? Invalid. Right, sir. Now the third one is like what there? Sorry, guys. What is the third one here? No, hash symbol. Hash symbol is like what there? Not allowed here. Right now, this is also like what there? Invalid. Next one is, what about the next one here? No, right, sir. Hyphen symbol here we have used. Invalid. Hyphen symbol here we have used. Now this is like what there? Invalid. Right, sir. Now, last one. What about the last one here? No, emp underscore mobile here we have used. What about the last one? Valid. Last one is like what there? Valid. Last one is valid. Why it is valid here? Underscore symbols are allowed. Underscore symbols are allowed inside the identifiers. So we are not going to get any problem with this underscore symbols. Now it is allowed. It's okay, fine. Next one is after that. Another rule here we have to follow. Rule number 6. Identifiers are not allowing all primitive data types. Guys, can you tell me what are the various primitive data types in Java? Just I'm asking there. In programming languages, not only in the case of Java, in all programming languages, no, in all programming languages, no. Then what is then what are the various primitive data types? Now tell me. In all programming languages, what primitive data types are available? Now tell me. Primitive data types, guys. I'm asking to you. People are saying only int. Next one is what? Nearly 8 number of primitive data types are available in Java. Not even single here. Nearly 8 number of primitive data types are available in Java. Eight number of primitive data types now. Yeah, I'm giving clarity to all of you guys. String is not a primitive data type. Please remember it. In Java, string is not a primitive data type. In other programming languages, that other primitive data type, string is a primitive data type. No, but in Java, string is not a primitive data type. Please remember it. String is an user-defined data type. No, it is a class in Java. String is a class in Java. It is not a primitive data type. Yeah. All right, sir. Now again, I'm telling it. Okay. Now the primitive data types here I'm telling to you. Observe carefully. Byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, boolean. These are all the primitive data types what we are having. Byte, short, int, long, float double char boolean. These are the primitive data types what we are having, right sir? It's okay, fine. So once we are getting these primitive data types now, once we are getting these primitive data types here, what next one here? Not allowed. These primitive data types are not allowed as an identifier inside the Java programming language. Say for example, int eno is equal to 111. It's okay, fine. Int say for example, int byte is equal to 111. Okay. String long is equal to Durga, for example. Then after this, float double is equal to f. Like this. Here we are able to have any number of things here we are able to ignore. Just model here I'm telling to you. Now all of you observe carefully. Int ny is equal to 111. Now tell me guys, then what about this one? You know, this is like what they're valid, no problem. This is valid only. This is valid. Then what about the next one? You know, int byte. When I use this byte now, how compiler can understand whether it is an integer or byte? No, definitely here we are able to get some confusion. That's the reason why this is what they're invalid. String long identifier here we have used what they're long. No, it is not possible. It is like what they're invalid. Float double also be a data type here. Not possible to use here. Right, sir. Now this is also be like what they're invalid. Okay. So these are about like what they're cases here we are able to understand now. Next, another point here we have to understand the seventh one, but this is somewhat important point and having some internal subject now, but I will explain it clearly now. Observe carefully. In Java, identifiers must not be duplicated in the same scope, but the identifiers may duplicate. Identifiers may be duplicated in the different scopes. Identifiers may be duplicated in two different scopes. In the different scopes, identifiers must not be duplicated in the same scope, but identifiers may be duplicated in the different scopes. Right, so now this is one of the important point, but here some subject is involved here. Some Java concepts here we have to understand. I'll explain that clearly. After that, I'm able to we are able to understand this particular point now. So this topic I will discuss with you tomorrow, guys. This topic I'll discuss with you tomorrow. Okay. Anudeep, are you there? Anudeep, are you there? Yeah, it's okay, guys. Then don't worry. The remaining part I will discuss with you know, guys. Those who are new members now try to use this tool. Then admin Hemant is admin number here. You can use this number to get any information about our classes. No, it's okay. Yeah, Anudeep. Then that 9:30 class I will take it later on. Then I will give that date and everything. No, just you can continue these classes here, Anudeep. I will once again I will restart your 9:30 class. No, don't worry. Those are attending at 9:30 I will take it. No, then I will give information to you. But you can continue daily these classes. No, okay, right, sir. Yeah, guys, then those who are new members, if you want to get information about my classes and syllabus information or whatever it may be, just you can directly, yeah, today also no class. Okay. Yeah, don't worry, Anudeep. I'll take it. I'll give information to you. Okay. Guys, then those who are new members know, just so you can take this number and take this link now. There we are able to have like what there, that the classes notes. Today class notes is also available in this link only. Take screenshot of it. Okay. Right, guys. Now shall we meet on tomorrow? Tomorrow at the same time with the same link. Everybody has to attend for the classes now. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks a lot. We'll meet on tomorrow.